Okay guys, tonight's lesson we're going to work on some Atemi to Vata points, Vata point strikes that we use in Arma Defense Jiu-Jitsu. And we're going to look at 3 techniques tonight against a 2-hand lapel grab, since a cook is going to assist me tonight. So grabbing the collar, 2 hands, first thing I want to be able to do is to be able to close in. So if he's got stiff arms or he's bigger than me and he's holding me back, a little hard to get in there. So Atemi or Vata points are a great way to do 2 things. Number 1, to weaken him, to stun him, give you a little bit of time to execute your technique without resistance. Number 2, helps me to get in position without him holding me off. All right. So on the first technique, I'm going to use a number 1. I want my hands up, and I'm going to use a Vata point here in the arm. But first, I'm going to go to his leg. Sean, if you'll slide that foot back, and maybe bring this one out. Bring it right. I'm going to do a quick little inside kick, a little sweep kick with the inside of my foot, right above his inside ankle bone to a point called spleen 6. And when I sweep and kick that, it's going to knock his leg out, which brings him down and weakens his stance. The second technique I use is simply going to be a hammer fist or forearm strike right down below the bend of his elbow in the lung 5 point. That's a radial nerve, right in the hump of the muscle right here. All right, so doing those 2 techniques, 1, 2, positions his head right in a perfect position for a knockout strike with a hammer fist, bang, right below the occipital bone of the skull, where the occipital nerve comes out, and that is the gallbladder 20 knockout point right there. I'm just going to slam that with a hammer fist, and it's all over. So here he grabs, hands go up. Number 1, sweep kick, strike down, bam, right there. Okay, knockout. All together. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Number 2, this technique we're going to use a ridge hand or haikauchi. It's going to strike right up along the ridge again at gallbladder 20, right up under the ear at the triple warmer 17 point. So again, it's a 2-hand lapel grab. On this technique, I'm just going to trap down, drop this arm. So see, I'm just going to trap down with an open hand. You can use a hammer fist if you want, but just trap down, okay? And maybe try to get hold of some sleeve or whatever you can get hold of if he's wearing a jacket. So I'm going to trap. As I do that, I'm going to angle my position. I'm going to slide my outside foot outside of his foot, and that starts him falling this direction. And I'm going to strike with that ridge hand at the same time, right here. It's going to knock him out or take him off balance. So from the beginning, trap down, angle out, strike. Okay? If you land it solid on gallbladder 20, he's probably all done. All right? Right here. Okay? But it also is a great way to set up 2 throws for jiu-jitsu. Number 1, I can do the outside leg reap or major outer reap, osotogari here, bring him down. If I can't get that, here I'm also set up for a hip wheel throw, all right? Right here, koshiguruma. So all together, 2-hand lapel grab, trap down, angle out, strike, turn in, over the top for the throw. So he's stunned, not much resistance left in him, allows you to get that throw pretty easy. Last technique, number 3. This time we're going to do a little grappling. We're going to try to go for a wrist lock here called Nikyo, or inward wrist lock. In a real scuffle where your opponent's going to be resisting, it's a little bit hard to get wrist locks, okay? He can resist you, he can pull out really pretty easy if he's trying, but he's also got a free hand while I'm grappling on a wrist. He could cold cock me with a left hook, okay? But doing Atemi first, I'm gonna strike him right in the solar plexus, right here with a straight punch, all right? It's gonna take a lot of the fight out of him. It's gonna weaken his grip, make it a little easier for me. So here, 1 hand, 2 hand, doesn't make any difference. Straight punch, boom! I'm gonna sink my hips into it, drive right through the solar plexus. As I'm doing that, I'm yoking up right on the edge of his wrist right here so I can crank that in, okay? So here, strike, roll it in. I like to come over the top. I'm just shearing straight down through the wrist with a little lever bar with my elbow here and lower my weight and move in just a little bit in toward the wrist, okay? Really locks him up, very painful wrist lock, all right? That's Nikio. All right, so all together, 2-hand wrist grab, a quick Suki, yoke up, lock over, he's locked up. I can also finish this if he starts coming up on me. Go ahead, come on up. I can just turn it out, strike inside at lung 5 again with a good twist to the body and do an elbow drop throw called Hiji Otoshi. Bring it to the ground, all right? So that is Vata point strikes against the 2-hand lapel grab. These techniques, by the way, can be very dangerous. So when you're practicing with your partners in the dojo, don't strike full power. Don't hit hard. And you should always practice with a certified instructor. Thanks for watching Arma Defense Jiu-Jitsu.